Here, 1064, good luck. So not played before, we have no head-to-head score. Oh, plays the Ross Gambit. 2200 games of rapid. You tend to see this, excuse me, more in bullet games rather than in slow time controls. So we get this quite a lot in the bullet chess. Just drop the knight back here. So black's got an extra development move, but then we just need to stick to the usual principles, try and get castled, then worry about what to do. I think d4 is a perfectly sensible move here, just to challenge for the center. Get the bishops up. Okay, that gives us a development move by attacking the bishop and see where he's going to go. Okay, he goes back over. So we're going to line up this sort of idea if we can. So I think it makes sense to get the bishop up and maybe come around the angles. We might not get this, we might just go up one. But the bishop up, just a natural development move. It might feel more like an e4 game than a knight f3 d4 game that I normally play this one. So he has kicked the bishop back, logical. So we'll drop it back with a view to coming here, which he's pushed us back immediately. Now, we could consider a sacrifice, because it's 3 pawns for a piece, but there would be a pawn hanging at the end. But I don't really like that idea. I think I prefer just to drop back. Okay, he's pushed forward again, so he's hung another pawn. So I think it makes more sense here. Take the bishop, take, then grab this pawn. He's just going gung-ho all in, isn't he? So let's take this bishop first, and then we'll try and take here. I mean, he could maybe push there, and then we can just grab this pawn instead, I guess. So he takes, but we've gained a lot of pawns here. So he's doing a good thing in one way, opening the files up. But our king, as long as it's safe, which should be good. So we can grab this pawn. We can maybe even play h4 and plant the knight in g3 and stop this pawn push. So h4, g3, and then if you kick us back, it's still a perfectly nice position, and our king feels safe. So what's he trying to do there? He's attacking our knight by going there. So, okay, the knight's under attack. Do we sacrifice? Check. The king moves. It seems safe for him, doesn't it? So I think we just want to drop the knight back. So we could go here and attack the pawn. If you push it, we can jump in and check anyway and get rid of the bishop. So f3 is the more natural square, your natural retreating square. Very good defensive piece. Yeah, I'll just go safety first, I think. I was looking at this, but there's always danger lurking, so we stop the queen jumping up. We can kick the knight. We can do g3, h4, that sort of idea. I'm not concerned about a sacrifice. The queen's not getting in a hurry. So he has pushed forward again. Okay, so if I do this, does it weaken us? Possibly, but not in a hurry, does it? So, but I'd rather play that than our opponent play that. So I'll just pre-move in case he takes, and I'll just take back. You've still got to watch out for the queen somehow getting in, but it doesn't feel like there's a checkmate threat there. It doesn't feel like it, doesn't mean there isn't, but we'll try and expand this pawn. Queen down is not a move right now. If we can get the queen off the board, obviously it would be a comfortable victory. So what do we do here? I just got to make sure I can always retreat my king, but I think I need to push the pawn. Do I go 1 or 2? I like the idea of actually going 2 here and then getting the bishop behind. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. It restricts these squares. We've got square for our bishop, and then it might still be better trying to manually run the king somewhere like this on the other side. So our knight is now pinned. So I like bishop here or here, does it matter? If we push now, takes, knight takes, I don't like that. Bishop here, rook across is a concept, but gotta just be careful with this attack, just be a little bit careful. What about my knight up? I think I'm going to play knight up to go really solid. And just make sure the king can run. Okay, he's pushed forward. So that's probably a nice development move now to get our bishop up. If we take, rook takes, we're not worried about that though, are we? So if he takes, knight in isn't really a move. Actually, it's probably better just to take, I think. Just take there. And if he takes back, we can develop the bishop somewhere. And then rook across and step behind. That sort of concept. The queen can activate now with a check potentially. We're still going to pay attention just in case. Okay, he's pushed forward, so what do we want to do? We've got bishop up. We're not really too interested in trying to keep the pawn. We just want to get our king safe. That's not been done yet. I like the idea of bishop up here then, so I'm going to do that. If he takes, we'll gladly take. His rook covers, but we'll give a pawn back. Yeah, he's going in for this check idea, so is it actually dangerous? Do I get the rook out first? Because check, rook across, there's threats, isn't there? There are threats, so up restricts a square to run to. Yeah, rook across is probably the move, and then queen up. Or queen up first, but if I play a rook across, it gives me the chance to drop back and run. And then queen up to guard the pawn, so... Oh, hold on, he's got a threat though, hasn't he? He has got a threat here, so I'm going to just go on the light square. So he's got a threat to push and take. It's very unusual he's played this, but it might actually be effective. This might actually be... Yeah. This might not be real, it might not be real, but... Here? No, I don't like that. I like queen up just to create a checkmate in one threat. If takes, we can take back. It's very unusual game. You can see it's a lower rating, so it could be how players at this rating level play, but it just feels a little bit unusual. Oh, and then he's hung checkmate. Didn't see a way out. So it was indeed a checkmate. So let's just see what it was in engine speak there. So pause so we don't accidentally start another game. We put it through, what was it, 21 moves? So they're the move times for both players there. Yeah, this Ross Gambit, we tend to get it a lot more in the bullet games. So have we played it well? It looks like we have. There's no bad blips there. 95 versus C, 85% the accuracy, but there's no actual bad moves from our opponent. It's when it makes you wonder if you're playing somebody of that actual rating level or if you're playing some sort of bot. When you play really unusual openings like this, because players at a low rating level, you don't learn to play chess like this. So that's when it makes you wonder if you're playing some sort of bot, but we played it well enough in the end. But this is more a bot style of play than a low rated amateur style of play. So he should have taken the bishop there, so we took the pawn, it was good. So the engine's not flagged any mistakes by us, but so the pawn was good. He's attacked our knight, so we've dropped it back. Then we've kicked h3 before our opponent can play h3. He's gone for this dubious sacrifice. But yeah, it's very much a bot style of play. This, it does make me wonder. I hope I'm wrong, of course. And then we've managed to just develop here. So queen back is the move, and if he'd have done that, I would have just taken. Give up the exchange to get the queen off the board. We're up a lot of material, and it's just really comfortable. So queen back was the only move there to save it. You see, +8, and it's perfectly fine. Just give up the queen, the rook to get the queen, the knight off. And then we're going to have 4 pieces against 3. So we're going to be doing really well and lots more pawns. And that's what I would have likely done. But obviously, once the queen has retreated, there's less risk around your king. So you could do a development move, bring the other rook across and take your time and do it that way. But then that just leads to a checkmate there. So it is what it is.